Hi guys, it's Corrie here. Let me just share my screen. I don't know if today was a bad day with it being the budget and all that. I had a chance to watch it and see what was going on. But I just realised there, I thought I'd been recording and I haven't been recording it. So here we go again, second time lucky. So let me just share my screen. It has, as you know, all business owners and SMEs have got an annual tax return. So once a year, on the 31st of January, we've all got to supply all of our figures and finances. And what the government have done, apparently to make it easier for business owners, although I question this, and I do this 4 times a year, so I know. You know, I'm not doing this for me because I'm already VAT registered and I do it 4 times a year. But for small businesses, you know, it's onerous because basically what's happening is they're issuing £100 fines for anybody that's late. Now, call me cynical. We know about Rachel Reeves and her black holes. Now, she's trying to plug the holes in her bucket, basically. And from all the research that I've done, because I've been researching this for quite a while, and I get this because I'm being audited myself. I've been audited for about 14 months. And I couldn't understand why, because I'm B2B, everything goes through the books. And then I've realised that when I did a lot of research into it, which has been helped further by more developments in AI a couple of days ago, that if you have a year where you've got a really good year and then the next year you've got a really bad year, and I had a really bad year because I had a lump removed, I had an open wound, then I damaged my left arm. Now you can imagine I couldn't type. I couldn't go out and I couldn't see clients. In fact, this arm's still not right, and you should see the state of my fingers. Don't know if you can even see the state of them, but I'm going to end up, you know, like that with arthritis. This gets really painful down here. I don't know if it's called carpal tunnel syndrome, and my arm's agony. I can't go back to the gym. I've put on about 3 stone, and this side did an open wound. So I went from earning a 6-figure business right down to hardly anything, and I didn't claim for benefits. I used a pension that I had from the Daily Mail. So let me quickly show you this. So because I've been audited and because I was doing research into it, I have come up with this. And I've been speaking to accountants about this. Loads of accountants, every business, every client I've spoken to is blown away with this. So let me just show you. So this is just the front cover page. And this is to help people, whether it's an audit, so audit defence, because I've done loads of research and I've used AI, and this is why it's important to do the AI training, because when you do the AI training and you understand LLMs, and I mean understand it as in watch it, even if you think you know it, watch it again, because understanding the different LLMs and understanding that each one has got its own superpower will help you to be able to do the kind of things that I'm doing. And this hasn't been released to the public yet, but accountants and some business owners have seen it. So you can do it. So if I'm being audited from the 1st of April until the 31st of March, so you put the dates in, put my car registration number in there, Guy 121 CDM, because at that time I had my Whaite Nissan Qashqai as my business car and it was mileage. So now I wouldn't tick this bit yet. So that's audit defence, and all of these, you know, you'll tell it what date. So whether it's that or whether it's, sorry, let me go back. MTD quarterly update. So MTD quarterly update takes you to the Audit Protect AI page. So this tells you how long you've got until the very first Making Tax Digital readiness. So we've got 4 months, 1 week and 1 day and 7 hours. So there's the deadline. So I'm just doing a countdown. So what basically this will do, this will help small business owners, because what this does, and this is just because I've been audited and I know what they're looking for, this is going to help to protect you before you go to your accountant, because, you know, we're not accountants and they are assuming that you know what you're doing, and obviously you're telling the truth, but there are things that can happen that you didn't realise that you don't know. And let's all admit that what we don't know, we don't know. So in this, I'm explaining what MTD readiness checklist is. You link your primary business bank accounts for real-time data flow. Now, from what I've heard, if you get audited and they find loads of mismatches, they can request to see your personal bank statements. So you can upload your personal bank statements in there as well if you want. And this is designate a compliance manager for quarterly submission oversight on a full MTD, right? So making tax digital. So you've in here, you put in your, so import, so basically the overview, audit defence, or whether it's an MTD quarterly update or whether it's an annual self-assessment, right? If it's for that, it's going to take you to that page. They all want the same information, basically. So here's what I've designed. So you can upload 2 business accounts, 2 personal accounts, credit cards, none. I don't have any of those. I don't have any crypto, and I don't have any personal crypto. Right, so that's just taking me to that first step. Okay, next step, upload financials and crypto. So this is where I upload my business accounts, and I can show you another video where I go into this in much more detail, where I do all this. I'm not going to do it today just because this isn't really about, I'm not training you in this, I'm actually training you in GPTs, but I just want to explain to you so that you understand. So let's just imagine that we've uploaded all of those, your business and your personal. Then what it will do, you upload all of your receipts, because now with making tax digital, you've got to have receipts as a digital format. I've always done that anyway. So there's my digital evidence. It's all indexed, so you can upload that. You can also connect it to your QuickBooks, your Xero, your Dext, or your Sage, especially if you're an accountant and they've already got all these tools, because it makes their job easier. So accountants can be using this, and accountants can also be a reseller of it. So DVSA MOT verification, so January 121 CDM. So it's going to fetch the data. So you can do that, or you can, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to upload my log. So I've got a log of my miles, I've already done it. So there, right, okay. I'm just going to there upload my miles, but I'm not going to do that for this. I'm just going to quickly show you where you need to start thinking. So how AI can help you to solve problems in your business or in your clients. So let me just show you this part. So social media platforms, what the HMRC have got is a tool called AI Connect. And what AI Connect is doing is it's their AI tool. So what it's doing is it's looking through your DVLA, it's looking through what type of car that you drive, how many miles you claimed. It's looking for mismatches. So if you claim 16,000 miles, but you only did 12,000 miles, it knows that there's 4,000 missing. Yeah, that's because this was the other car that I was using, but it's flagging all of this up. It's looking through all your social media networks, I believe. From what I've heard, it's going through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, and others. It's looking for any anomalies in there, and you can just upload those. So just now you can download your information for the dates that you're being audited for, or whether it's MTD, just to keep you right. Because you don't want to be saying that you were in USA on a business flight and this somehow shows that you were at your, your uncle's in the snow, up at the Cairngorm Mountains in a lodge, So side hustles and digital income. So this could be income from OnlyFans, Patreon, Twitch, Fansly, brand deals, Vinted, eBay, Amazon, Depop, Gumtree. All these companies have got to report back to DVLA. And there are so many people out there that don't know about this, that if you earn an income of over £1,000 from second-hand items, you need to get taxed on it. So all of these companies are telling HMRC about everything, right? And then here is where they're also, their tool, and I've done research into this, is looking for marketing hype. Now, I've worked in advertising for 35 years, and all advertising has to be honest, legal, decent, and truthful. But you could put up a high ticket offer that is at £30,000. That does not mean to say that MD has bought that high ticket offer yet at £30,000, but it just means that it's there and you've got it out there at that price. So they're looking for hype. where you're claiming that you've got a high ticket offer at £30,000 and your annual income is £3, for example, and you've just bought a Rolex watch and it's all over your social media. That's what I think they're looking for. Now, I don't know, disclaimer here, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an accountant, I'm not a financial advisor, but I've used AI to research all this, and there were certain tools that I used for different parts of this process, and it was chaining them all together that made the magic happen. So I used the AI tool, one AI tool to research that's really good for research. I used another for the prototype, and then I've used another to get it to this stage, and then I'll probably have to put it through another to get it as a functioning website and app. So you can see here that 50 rows, blah, 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 blah. That's just dummy data in there. So what this now covers, so digital footprint, side hustle check. So it's just asking you, it's basically just running everything to make sure that you're as bulletproof as you possibly can be. And there is the property checks as well. Sorry, guys, I forgot to tell you about that. They're also cross-referencing any property that you own that you're not declaring through the land registry and landlord certificates. So here's what they're looking for. And it's all in this. This is all going to be live. It's going to be available for small to medium-sized enterprises. So this is one of the tools that I've been working on. And there's my different disclaimers and my privacy notices. So that's one. Let me go and show you another.